Oh, hi there. Welcome back to the oh-so-gloomy Hyrule town. Those screams are so creepy. Anyways, we are heading back to the well, mildly destroyed Temple of Time. And in here, we could head to the back. And in the back, we will discover Sheik. You think? Even more powerful. Travel over mountains, underwater, even through time. Oh boy, this sounds exciting. Interesting. And it is time to learn the Prelude of Light. AYX will A. Oh, almost screwed that up. Yeah, you stare at that ocarina, Link. Prelude of Light teleports you back here. It's actually quite a useful song, especially if you want to switch between time zones. And basically, if you took Sheik's advice, if you put the Master Sword back in the pedestal, you can go back in time 7 years, and thankfully we can go back to our childhood. If for whatever reason you missed any of the magic beans, Skulltulas, whatever that you need to pick up in the past, now would be a good time to do so. Make sure you have magic beans planted in a couple of the locations I pointed out. The two big ones that we're going to be doing here in the near future, the one near Dodongo's Cavern and the one near Lake Hylia. Those are two beans that you'll want to have planted. In addition, if you didn't pick up the Scarecrow song, now would also be a good time to do that. And with that said, we are actually going to make a quick trip to Lake Hylia. Back into Lake Hylia, basically all I'm doing is making sure I pick up the Scarecrow song. At some point you're going to want to come down here, get the Scarecrow song. And the Scarecrow song is pretty much whatever you want it to be. Play that song with it, baby. Did I do XA or AX? I think I got it right. Oh yeah, that's it. Anyways, his buddy Pierre is going to be wandering around, so whenever you play that song, congratulations. Well, in certain places you'll notice Navi glowing green, and if that's the case, occasionally you can play the Scarecrow song, and that will allow Pierre to appear out of nowhere, and you can use him as a hookshot target. It doesn't have a ton of uses. I've found it more useful in Master's Quest, but it's a song worth having under your belt. Now, you have to remember this song. This is a song that won't appear in your song list, so make sure you always have it in your head. That's why I said, like, make it something ridiculously simple like XA or something. Nevertheless, that is that. Next place on our location is back to Death Mountain. So I'm going to zip along here. Kakariko! Two things we can do here in the village before we head up to Death Mountain. The first one, if you have been following this guide to the very bitter end, I believe we're at 53. Yes, 53 Skulltula tokens, and that means we can pick up the last two important rewards in the House of the Skulltula. The curse has been broken. Bomb chews. That's for having 40 bomb chew. The bomb chew reward's like completely pointless. in my opinion. And then the other one will give you, for 50 Skulltula tokens, a piece of the heart. Yay! So in terms of heart pieces, I believe that was like something in our 20s or something. So that leaves one last Skulltula that needs saved. Like I said before, you can end your hunt now. If you get all 100, all it means is unlimited money. And that isn't really useful by the time you have all 100. So I will continue my 100% Skulltula guide here if you want to follow it. But otherwise, you really can kind of just quit the hunt. There is no reason unless you want the bragging rights of 100%ing. And the other thing that we could do in here is, I believe I'm going in the right house. No, I'm not. Wrong place. Let's see. Where is it? Actually, I think it's on the other side of town. Yes, it is. I have no idea where I was going. The hunting, or the shooting gallery, or whatever it was, got moved over to here. And we can play again, this time for a big quiver. 20 rupees to play. It's basically identical to the game you played as a kid. The only difference this time is the order in which they appear is random. That's really the only difference between this the entire time. And like when you were a kid, if you're close, if you don't shoot all of them, but you shoot most of them, you can get to play again. And considering I missed one, that's going to be the case for me. So, again, not really that bad. It's the same game, it's just a random order. Alrighty, there we go. That took a couple tries for me. Nevertheless, you will get dun 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 dun, the big quiver. I'll let you hold up to 40 arrows, so that's a nice upgrade to have. I do like the bow and arrow. It's always been one of my more favorite weapons, so with that said, we can finally scale Death Mountain. Hurrah! Thank you, and good night.